Mhm.
No, he's not, but I just figured I'd start it in case he does get on. He might throw it off. The Lincoln, but yeah.
So do you need Mike or?
No, we're 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we're okay because there is only 8.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are okay.
Cool. Well, before we get started, I'd just like to say thank you for filling in for me. It was the first 2 wind days of the last 2 months were just target dates for something to happen.
Well, we're sorry for all of it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I couldn't believe both of them came up on the thing on Wednesday. It was crazy. But thanks, you guys. So we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order at 1 o'clock. 1, huh? Yep. And we'll do pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And we'll do a roll call on Dave Birch, chair from the West Valley.
Judith Ann, Vice Chair, Canyon Creek.
Jenny Chambers, lives in Park County Public Works.
Rob McDonough, board member, Wolf Creek area.
Stacy Barch, board member, Marysville.
Candace Payne, County Commissioner.
JDO Public Works.
Christian Leonard, Lewis, Clark County, Noxious Speed Supervisor.
Okay, great, thanks. The December 6th meeting minutes are online, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Nothing really to be done there. Public comment, there is no public, I guess, so we do not have any. Go into the action items. Go into the bylaws. I think they're in your packet. Keith that had some.
It was, yeah, so I will maybe email him and check with him on which.
Which one you have?
Yeah.
I think they were typos, didn't they?
Wait, that's what I was gonna say, they were just
Anything, and
grammatical. Yeah,
I didn't see the, I didn't catch the typo. But then I didn't read it word for word.
What's changed from before? I mean,
Annual review of it.
Yeah.
January.
Just
Just to review.
no changes.
I don't think so.
not unless anyone has any they'd like to bring forward, but I believe in the bylaws at this annual meeting or beforehand, we're supposed to review them and just make sure that I guess no one has any changes.
No, we're all.
Chairman, I think it's good to note if there are editorial changes or typos to give those to Jade and then she could just track those. So if there are substantial changes, we can capture that on any other revisions moving forward.
Okay.
But I don't think it's good practice to take them to the commission every single time, even if there's typo changes, just when there's substantive changes that you guys want to make as a group. This is kind of a lot of work to bring it up to the board of county commissioners.
Okay, well, see what he has to say and I will read through them again and see if I can.
And
See.
me too.
Okay. That's great.
The only thing that I thought now I agree was we shouldn't each one of these be capitalized after each bullet point.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
that was
that's
just,
great.
I'll be petty.
Attention to detail.
Yeah, and mine's not so much that in there.
Brand weeds, you better be able
Yeah.
to understand what a comma is and it's.
Okay, yeah, we'll take a look at them and see if there's any editorial or grammar changes. And then but I think for right now, I think we're good.
I at one point think I had something marked mark, but I didn't get back to wherever that was. Oh,
Okay.
I was just pointing out that
No, I appreciate
the
that.
board may, and then the next section, the board shall, it also has some issues with punctuation.
Logan. They're in your package. if you want.
Okay, logos, Jade and I, of course, met with Amy, and I didn't happen to bring the other ones. But anyway, so this was in your email packet. But this is what they came up with, which is what will be easy for them to put on, to embroidery or to, I want to say paint, it's not paint, stain, whatever that one is. Or, wasn't there 3 options?
Yeah, embroidery, there's oh, you know what, I still have that shirt.
I should have brought that, but I didn't. Okay. But anyway, so this is what she came up with for which, I guess if we want to consider embroidery, that we need to consider this versus. Yeah,
So
what
the
is- what is
embroidery, and
Like a
then,
stamp or
yeah,
silk
Direct
silk
to
screen.
them, and
and
what was
then-
this one?
spot color and something else.
Stimulated process. I don't know what that means, and maybe it doesn't mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's the beer bottle.
Yeah.
The beer, I don't know, and then are those, are those other ones?
Yeah, spot color,
Oh, and,
with halftones and then spot color. Yeah, so.
yeah, and then this one, so when we decide. What and how we're gonna do this, and I guess if we were gonna do the screen print one, we'd have to have her do a option. And show us what it would look like, because we basically only got a couple of colors, which is much different than that one.
Mhm.
So. Then she did give us some direction. Do you have her email?
I do not.
Did she send?
No.
Okay, so. This one, we could not fit on caps because it's too big. This one would fit on a cap. This would fit on everything. This would only fit on jackets and t-shirts and yada yada.
And those are the size that it would be?
No, these are just larger than, no, it would go down, well, it'd probably look like Rob's hat.
Yeah.
Deal.
About that
It
size
would
right
be
there.
what it would look like. She just has this enlarged
Okay.
for blind people like me. So,
Are we gonna vote on which one we like best? Is that what the process is?
well, we can vote on it. I guess it makes a difference if. Do we want, I mean. The size of it's probably gonna, if it went on the back of a jacket, it would be much bigger. So. And if it was on the back of a jacket, I'd like.
Yeah.
That one versus.
Yeah.
The other one, Christian.
Mr. Chair. Sure. Just a thought, just to make this sort of easier too, is just accept both of them. One for bigger, one for smaller. Not, they're pretty much the same thing, they're just set up a little differently for different kind of areas, you know, like that would be great for back of a jacket if that's what you want to do, or like Rob's thing, if there's something for that, where we can do something that's smaller or even for a hat, so that way you don't really have to pick or choose, just my thought, just accept.
No, and that's
just
where-
accept, I think.
Kind of where I was going.
Go ahead, Rob.
I guess it depends on what we're gonna have. Are we gonna have hats? We gonna have vests or jackets or I mean?
Or D, all the above.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think all of the above.
Do we have
All of the above.
funding for that? Is that
All of the above.
covered that way?
The only thing this to me, I've spent a lot of years in a print shop. This is not balanced properly in my eye. With the way the lettering is over the top, the way it's rounded. I mean, I get it that this creates a little bit of an issue, but that twist to me just looks kind of goofy. I don't know. You guys tell me.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, it just like because of the way that you start out here and you end here, if that was balanced more would look better. My opinion.
What would you think of having them, those weeds don't grow straight up and down. What if you turned the weeds hose like that? That would give a little extra space there.
Or you could go even a little smaller lettering on this to
Could
make
the-
that change. I mean.
Could
you
the
can-
ant be an ampersand sign? So Lewis and, so it wouldn't take up so
That's-
much room.
But is that how you're got Lewis in Clark County? I mean, how that is spelled and county, not and, right?
It is properly, it's Lewis and Clark.
Excuse me.
Well, there you go. You are correct. So there you go. There's an option too. Put that in there. Balance it
If
out.
anybody's gonna, spell check these things,
They
it's,
might.
no, but we want it, I think your concern about being balanced
It's
is
fine.
more important than
And or and.
and or
Okay,
and. I
yeah.
think, to me, this Lewis and Clark County, it's hard to read with that.
I do like and better. if
I
you-
do too.
My opinion. I'm a full good. That would balance that and
Make it easier to read.
But they probably could change the font size just
Easy.
a little bit
easy.
and straighten it out.
That's just a little tweak, nothing terrible.
So shall I request that they do that and then?
Yeah.
Get back to us or what? We can
And if-
email it about,
And if that was a motion to accept both of them, I would second that. I think that's a great idea.
You
Yes.
have to make the motion.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah.
But isn't it as amended? Or, if you accept it as is. That's not what you said. You said,
As if they change this.
okay.
Well,
as
no,
amended.
I was saying if they're going to use both logos, I mean, to make that. as a-
Motion would be to use both logos with the change in the font size to even it out. To
Yes,
straighten it out.
very good, Stacy.
Is there a second?
Second,
Okay, Judith Ann, motion and seconded to accept both drawings and with the changes that we discussed. Any other questions? I do have one. Did they come up with this or did you come? up with
no,
this?
they came up with this.
From the previous versions, you guys.
Right.
Discussed. We just had too many colors on it.
This one. Me kind of looks like a cross between a spotted knapweed and a stack.
Quickly there.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather have either a spotted knapweed or a, or a leafy spurge or Dalmatian toadflax,
Agreed.
That'd be-
You mean the
plant.
the hair on the leaves? Is that
Yeah,
what you mean?
spines on it, whatever.
Yeah, I wondered what that was too.
Okay,
I mean, the heads aren't really a spotted knapweed head because they look more like a Canadian thistle and then the leaf, I'm not exactly sure.
It does look more like a Canadian thistle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just in my opinion. So just fine.
So if we could
That's what
change it to Dalmatian toadflax or something that would be a little bit different, I would much prefer that. But they could play with that too, right? I would think, I think the print shop could play with that if we could give them some artwork.
Well, that's what we did. We gave them stuff. They pulled this from what we gave them because we said the old version, the very first one that we did was too busy. They can't
Can't do that.
embroidery on it.
Okay.
So that's why she came up with this.
Okay. Well,
So
let's just-
we could certainly go for. I mean, we could go for a thistle, we could go for, and so we had some different options.
I think that we've given some different options.
Okay,
I just, like the MWCA one, is you can tell what it is. It's a thistle head, it's big and it's got a thing going through, but you know what it is. If I look at that, I really don't. But I'm a weak guy, so I. This is. Right.
Other than us, is anybody gonna really criticize it? I mean, when they see it?
Right.
Maybe, honestly.
so I'll go back to
Looks like-
her.
To me, it looks like a nasty plant that you wouldn't want to mess with.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
which is the purpose of
And
noxious.
our main thing is to have the Lewis and Clark County, and that's
Yeah,
what
even if they
we
didn't
want
have
people
the
to see.
leaf on there like that, because that leaf is just. Weird looking to me, 'cause it looks like a cactus. Instead of- But if we could talk to them about that,
Well, we.
I don't think it'll
mean,
change anything,
No.
what we're doing today,
No,
so.
we'll just do at the March meeting.
Okay.
We'll just do this, or else, do you want to do it by
I
email?
want to do it by email because I would like us to have them be able to have some hats and stuff printed up for the home and garden show.
For the home show?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, just the home show, sorry. not garden.
so. Okay, maybe I'll go out there after, what is today, Wednesday?
Just do it by, let's just do it by email. That's fine.
Okay, okay,
So the motion is on the table, all in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye.
I,
All opposed? Same, okay, motion passes. No, I do like them, I just don't. Okay,
you know, there is a picture of a noxious weed on our very own stationery with a, you know, flash through it.
that's why the same way the MWCA is too.
I don't like the guys.
well, I think her main focus was something that she could embroidery, that was the main focus.
Okay.
And if we do the toad flags, it was too busy, is what they said, to do that, unless she comes up with something that is drawn versus actual.
Okay.
So, I mean, we just had too much fluff on that last deal.
Okay.
We had grand ideas of grandeur, and they all went sideways, so now we'll keep working
Simplify.
on it.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay,
Okay. So the HBIA show,
Yes, so, back at the May 3rd meeting, you guys had authorized, the vendor fee and advertising fees, whatever those may be. However, I wanted to ask, we had talked about doing the education trailer at the home show. So we can do that, it can fit inside the building, however, we will have to purchase 4 booths, which comes to $2,600, $650 a booth. We do have, I guess I'll pass these around just so you can kind of see, this is their setup for indoors, and they said we could either be there or there, taking up 4 spots.
Might be in your packet.
It's not.
Oh, okay.
let's see.
No, sorry, they just got back to me.
Gotcha.
So I guess my question is would we like to do the 4 booths with the education trailer? At $2,600, that's just for the booth fee. Or do you guys just want us to do a booth, which is $650 like we did last year, not bringing the education trailer? I have not reconciled 297. I do that on a quarterly basis generally. So I haven't reconciled it since February 1st. However, when I did that, in the, Noxious Weed Trust Fund account, we had $29,644.43. And then in the MDT account, we have $7,209.01. So we do have funding available. However, this is your decision. So I just wanted to bring this forward and see what what option I guess we would like to do, if we'd like to do the education trailer. Or not.
What would it cost, excuse me, Mr. Chair,
ahead.
what would it also cost for us to rent the Southwest trailer? So we'd have to rent it for the weekend too, wouldn't we? Did
You know,
we-
I had reserved it from Jill. She didn't tell me a cost.
Okay,
So I don't know if she was charging us or not. I had previously reserved it, just to make sure we had it,
did
but
we not get billed when we took it up to Lincoln?
no,
Oh,
she
okay.
didn't charge us.
Okay.
So,
She probably not gonna charge us anyways, cause I am storing it for the winter time.
Yeah.
So we'll still have it.
Yeah.
It'll be here,
so we don't even have to go anywhere to get it.
shouldn't have to.
It can just be in the parking lot. Maybe.
Well,
I don't-
technically, we can do the parking lot, but it does have to be manned. That was the other option. But honestly, I guess I just didn't even bring that one up because it could potentially be cold and I don't know
Right,
anyone that wants to
right.
be out there.
Yeah.
And that will still cost, $1,650.
Have it outside.
You have better traffic indoors.
Absolutely, exactly. So that's why I didn't bring that option to you
Yeah.
guys. Just, I don't know who wants to sit out there. I know I don't, so.
And it was kind of nasty last year.
It was, yeah.
It was nasty.
Yeah.
So is there, with those 4 spots, and the trailer takes up all 4, and we have a table?
We can have a table in front of the trailer too. It gives us 40 feet. And so we'd be able to have the trailer and then we'd have enough room to have a table in front of the trailer too for like a booth.
I haven't seen the inside of the Southwest area. Once it got in, it just TV and.
Yeah.
So we could continuously run some stuff in there.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then it has, you know, a little fold down table for different information and then it has the different information packets on the wall of different weeds.
Okay.
So definitely has good information.
How many feet did we have last year? 20?
No, it's just 10 by 10.
Yeah, it's a 10 by 10.
It seemed a little crowded.
Yeah, it
It
did.
was so busy and you guys were
Mhm.
3 or 4, you were talking to 2 or 3 people at one time.
Exactly. So this would be nice because it would, the way the education trailer opens up too, you have the flow like in and out.
Mhm.
And so, you know, we could have, you know, one person in the trailer and one person outside at the booth or vice, you know.
Yep.
There would be some good flow.
Yeah.
Just depending on,
But even if you didn't think about, like, if that's not what you guys wanna spend, I mean, maybe even think about doing two
booths.
booths instead of one
Yeah.
booth, so that way that at least allows us some space, cause we were pretty crowded.
Yeah. And basically that's what it is. It's $650 a booth. So we could even not have the education trailer and just do 2 booths.
Just sort of where you guys are sort of thinking, I mean, Jade and I were there all last that weekend, the whole weekend, and there was a lot of people. There was
Mhm.
definitely a lot of people there. It was,
It was great.
I encourage you guys to do this again.
Yeah.
I think it helped us tremendously through the season. There's a lot of people that came into my office that, you know, we talked to you there, and just, it helped out a lot, so, regardless what you guys decide, I would like to have at least 2 booths if you guys don't decide to do the trailer. But if you guys would like to have the trailer there, we can do that too, but that's, you know, that's your guys' fiscal choice.
And Mr. Chairman, just one more thought for consideration. You know, when you go to the home show and you see the bigger booth areas, you do pay from a person going, you pay more attention to those areas. So if you want to really raise the visibility of Noxious weeds in the county, they're gonna be like, why did, you know, they got this big booth, they got this trailer, they got this education, maybe this is something we need to pay attention to.
Yeah.
You know, it does elevate the importance of it a little bit.
And that trailer, especially with that new wrap, I mean, it's very,
It is very, very nice.
exactly, yeah, it definitely catches your attention and is noticeable, so
It is pretty. They did a very good job on it, yeah.
I guess from my perspective, I'd like to try it once, just to see what kind of interest we get from it. Cause I know last year's when we were just at the booth, we had so much interest in it that it was.
Question.
Yes.
Now this looks to me, this wrap goes on all 4 sides.
Of the
Mhm.
trailer.
So if this is up against this wall, it's only going to expose. And we don't have the benefit of all 4 sides, whereas if we could find a more central. Or maybe so that both sides could be seen by the public? Is this-
Yeah,
Or not?
The way it's.
I don't think they do because in the home and garden, when they have dividers up in
Yeah.
here,
Yeah,
so
it
you
makes
can't
sense.
see.
Okay,
They're like 10, they're like 8 feet,
Yeah.
10 feet tall. They're
Okay.
they're pretty big. They're pretty big, but it is sort of set up. It's almost sort of set up like a food truck,
Mhm.
you know, where the one side actually sort of is supposed to
Mhm,
open up.
mhm.
So there's still the one side that you were able to park it. And we can park it in there, whichever way is beneficial that shows shows that, so.
Okay.
It also gives, just sort of the wheat, Mr. Chair, just also too, it does have like Montana Weed Control on the side of it as well, which is good for the Weed Control Association. So it's a good thing that we can do to help out that organization as well.
I think it'd be good because we also advertise for the association's raffle at that thing too.
Mhm.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
I think that would be much better,
I
but
still got another backpack to raffle off.
Yeah.
So that was given to us by, Nutrient, so.
And I would, if the board is good with that, like to do the gloves again. We still have.
Yeah.
A bunch of,
those gloves were so popular.
they were,
Oh, man,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
absolutely. Yeah, we still have all the supplies from last year.
I think we just gotta get ink,
Yes.
or do we, I think. or
I
we
was
have
gonna
ink.
say, we already have ink,
That's
we
it,
have
so
everything,
we're
we just
good.
need to stamp them up, but otherwise we have.
We'll have a stamp party over
Yes,
here.
exactly, yeah, yeah. And then we also have all of our promo items that we purchased last year that will make sure and.
So there's really not a whole lot of, we're sort of
Mhm.
set,
Mhm.
really, for the materials and raffles and
The major cost is gonna be rentable.
Absolutely.
yeah, really, that's the only thing that has not been expended.
Mhm.
Unless we had those good cookies.
Yeah.
Those were good cookies.
Well, I would entertain a motion to accept putting the education trailer into the HBI home show this year. Along with gloves and other giveaways that we've had in the past.
Okay, I move that we use the education trailer and try it for 1 year and see how it goes and work with the promo items that we already have and we could maybe, if we think we need something else, go for it.
There's second.
Second.
Okay, then motion and second to have the education trailer at the home show this year. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. Yeah, I think that'll just advertise everything much better. Because I was thinking about that. You remember, I don't know if you remember or not, but the guy that was next to us last year had that huge, he had a full sized display.
Yes,
Mhm.
That was really cool.
it was.
So this will be bigger.
Yeah,
Was that the guy with the camera deal? Is that-
yeah, I
yeah,
think
I think
so,
so.
yeah, that was, yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And technically, the trailer is actually 25 feet long, including the tongue. So we're gonna have, it'll be nice because we're not just gonna be, smushed. We can, we're gonna have room on each end as well.
It's a big, it's a snowmobile, is what it is, really.
Yeah. Okay, good. We can do that. Okay. The fund 297. Oh, do you wanna us to tell you which fund to take that out of, or does it matter?
Yes, whatever, if you guys would like the Noxious Weed Trust Fund, or we could use that MDT. We haven't used that MDT for anything that has the balance of $7,209.01.
I guess I would prefer that you use the MDT fund.
Okay. Can we do a,
You need a motion.
I move that we use the
MDT.
MDC fund for the trailer rental. Now, is that? Let me ask one question. So the booth rental is the only thing that they are requiring? That's the only cost?
yeah,
Other than our own promo items and all that stuff, there's no other costs from the,
there is not. We can choose to advertise in their booklet if we'd like to, which previously we had authorized funding, but we don't have to, and or I can also send out an email when I get those costs and we can decide if we'd like to still proceed with advertising in that booklet, or if not, we don't have to. And I think that was around like $500 or $600.
Right.
But this is the only required fee is this booth
Yeah.
fee. Yes.
For a second,
I say,
okay, motion's been made and seconded to use Fund 297, the MDT funding for the rental for the home show. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion passes. Okay, any more discussion on 297?
Mr. Chair. I think on the Fund 297, I think everything we have right now is good, unless you guys had anything that you wanted to bring to the table to purchase. I think we still have $2,000 that we had set aside just for miscellaneous spending, which should be more than sufficient to help us get the greenhouse going in the springtime. Other than that, I don't have anything as of right now. We're just, if you guys had anything big, I would like to have got that down and voted so that we could bring it to Audra to sort of finalize sort of the 297 fund. But other than that, I don't, or just to let Audra and Jenny know what we had going on there. But other than that, I don't have anything big besides the miscellaneous approval. What we have is sufficient.
Okay, so, just briefly. So these are the kind of stickers I was talking about that I wanted the noxious weeds to be, something that looked like this, or something that looked like this, just stickers. Only have them be noxious weeds. So I was at Action Print this morning. They can make stickers with, I gave them 6 stock noxious weeds. We're gonna use the blossoms. She is going to do me a print. There's 30 stickers on a sheet. This would be knapweed, this would be bull thistle, this would be this, and this would be that, and that would be toadflax, mullein, and black henbane, and I can't remember what else. So she's gonna do that for me. And it's gonna cost me $45 because I want them. I'm being selfish, but I would have loved to have had them to stick them on the envelopes that I sent out with the letter. So I'm gonna be the guinea pig and we're gonna give it a shot for $45. I've wasted $45 in a lot less and much worse.
More foolishly. Yeah.
I could go to the bar for the night, you know, and we're all done, and I would have no stickers. So anyway, this is how big they'll be. She's gonna fit the blossom in this. We may shade them down, but we may make them really vivid. So that's what I'm working on with that. Okay, now, next deal is I'm working with some notepads. 100 sheets of this stickers would be $240 if we decided to order them. So that's that deal.
Are they notepads or stickers?
No, just stickers. 100 sheets of 30 stickers. So what's 100 times 30 is 3,000?
3,000, yeah.
3,000 stickers are gonna cost us $240. If we did that.
what's the stickers for? Just to
Well,
put on an envelope,
stickers are
that fancy or what?
stickers are for everything. Everything and anything.
You get up every
That's for
morning,
your
you
coffee
look at your
cup.
picture, and you put a sticker on your,
My granddaughter cannot
on
go
your
to
shirt every
Albertsons
day.
without getting the sticker.
Right,
Yeah.
so I mean, it's just, they're easy to put on stuff.
water bottles or.
Well, anything, and like Neil said when he was talking about the school, they They do stickers for everything.
The younger generation, not you.
So, you know,
You don't have any
anyway.
stickers on your coffee mug? No?
No,
See?
nothing happened. So that's that
Fix
deal.
that for you.
So then the notepads. And I'm only talking, but to do the same thing with some notepads that we could put Lewis and Clark County on it. On the bottom, we district or whatever. 1,000 sheets. We would put 25 in each little sticker pad. Everybody knows, they would be 3 by 4. In size, so they would be longer than they are wider, not square. And that would be $160, and there'd be 40 pads. Now, of course, the more you order, the what, yeah, so anyway, that's some roundabouts with the notepads and the sticker situation. So, and I will have my stickers. So I'll mail you each some with one of our stickers.
Okay.
So anyway, okay. So, I think that's all for the sticker and the notepad department.
Yeah.
One more thing.
Yep.
Let's see, I don't know where, am I lost? I don't wanna, am I speaking out of turn?
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say that.
Probably,
I don't know what I did.
You're so reticent, aren't you?
I did, I am. Okay. We'll just carry on.
Okay. Think about it when we come to your.
Okay.
You bet. Okay, so the 297 should be set. If you guys find out that you need some additional stuff. You have authority to do some spending out of it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know about the. You can find some cheaper bubbles, maybe. Some bottles of bubbles that we have.
That's right.
Yeah, we still have a bunch.
We
We still have a bunch
yeah.
left over. We didn't. We sort of, yeah, we didn't give all those out, but
But in the future, maybe you could do stickers and then
Yeah.
just buy
instead of bubbles.
cheap bubbles at like Walmart and
Right.
just stick a sticker on them.
Okay, cool.
Getting back to the stickers for one thing, I would like to see less stickers. I would like to see smaller sheets with maybe 10 stickers on it, so we got more,
Get 'em out.
but I didn't know how to do that, and she didn't know how to do it today, so if we could find where we could put 10 stickers on a sheet, it would be far better than 30, because nobody needs 30.
Or if you could do a half a sheet of those.
Well, but then it cuts one of the things in half, it cuts one of these in half, so you can't do the half.
Okay, well, see what you can do. Like, so. Okay, move on to staff reports.
You could cut it into 5s. Maybe get a 5 of each one, the type of each sticker.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You could do
That we
something like
could
that.
do.
You could do something like that. You could just cut it in,
Oh, that would be
and then
great.
because that's about the right size, is you get a picture of each sticker, you get 5 stickers.
We could do that here too.
And then we could just cut them with the paper cutter. Does that make sense to do that?
It does, except that when you're giving them away, this is what's gonna happen, they're all gonna get. Because we wouldn't have a way to wrap them, to shrink wrap them.
No,
Shrink wrap.
no, you wouldn't. You would have to just do it when you needed some to hand out, because they're probably gonna take them off right away and use them.
But anyway.
Okay.
Look at that.
Okay.
Christian,
Pretty quick report here. We just been real busy with budgeting. Getting ready for, we're only halfway through 24, but we're getting ready for 25. So we're there, doing that, and just remember that will be presented to you guys at the April meeting. That's always presented to you guys in the April meeting for review and for your guys' input on that and approval. Building improvements, we've been real busy. We did all new shades and we painted the whole inside of the office building. So we've been doing the icky shuffle around here quite a bit and, did some home improvements around here
I
too,
was
so.
thinking, isn't this new?
It's not new, but the whole thing is new, yeah, to hang it.
We've had the owl in here, we just had the cord and it was kind of
Yeah.
funky.
Okay.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
so instead of
this
it
is-
being here and a tripping hazard, I,
This is nice.
Yeah. so just. My honeydew list at work's been busy the last couple months, so we've been doing that, we got some equipment to surplus, so we'll get those surplused here in the upcoming weeks. Sort of with, the holidays, it's just not a good time to put those on,
Mhm.
just put those up, so. We'll be working on getting those all finished, getting them cleaned up pictures and get those on the auction sites. And then, a lot of that money gets transferred back into our CIP fund, which is very important. Especially with the way that equipment prices have not been kind to us as of late, so. Very important to get that, and they've been doing really well. Dustin Knoll, our shop manager, has done an awesome job getting us on different areas where we get better prices back, so. Doing that, we were able to procure our new buggy, which will be delivered here in the next week or two, so. That'll be nice to get another piece of equipment and get one rolling out. Been working on grants. We got our special county reservation grant in, which is the one that's the one that funds the bigger one for you guys. Not the MDT one, the other one, special county grant. Get it on there.
Yep.
Is the acronym that we have for that. And then there was a landowner, up in Landers Fork, that got together with all his neighbors, and so about six or seven landowners got together to put in a Noxious Food Trust Fund grant for a cooperative up at the end of Landers Fork, so. It came in, I think the amount that they were looking for is roughly like right around like $17,000. So that's what they're putting in, that's what they're, you get in what you get back, so 50-50 match. Upon approval of the trust fund grant hearings through the board, through that board. If that's approved, that will then come to the Board of County Commissioners to be accepted, to allow those funds to come through our county for that, so. Yeah, it went really well. You sort of sprung it on me in December. So I put together a grant in like 10 days. Which is not too bad. It was a good thing it wasn't too big of an area, and it was, not everybody was doing, everyone was being reasonable, a couple thousand. So nothing too extravagant. They're just, they want to do a little bit more up in their area than they have in the past. They have Blackfoot. I think the Blackfoot challenges part of that, or was one of, we got a letter from them, letter of support. The Forest Service is in big support of this too. They wrote a nice letter to help out and to hopefully participate in spraying some of their areas up there too, so. Yeah. So yeah, I got that all done right after the new year, so, and through Christmas. Just another couple quick things, MWCA lost its executive director. She resigned on December 1st. So we've also been working through that. They were able to hire a new ED, but the new ED is an old ED, so it was, which is not necessarily a bad thing, it's actually a really good thing. So we're glad to have Becky Kington back as our ED of the Montana Weed Control Association. So, sometimes we just need to step away and catch our breath and realize that, she missed it.
Yeah.
So, and we're very excited to have her back. It'll be nice, to get things rolling again. With that, we are in total full swing for annual conference. Annual conference is in Billings this year and is the last week of January. What is that, the 28th, 29th through the February 1st. So. Yeah, this week right here. So, in Billings, everything's still up for, you still get early registration through the 15th. And, they did extend the availability for you guys to get, hotel rooms. So the block.
So is that, it's actually goes from the 30th through the 1st, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go look at the agenda.
I think it's the 30th through the 1st. I think the 29th, just to get everything ready. for-
Yeah, it's just that week. I just let people know that it's that week, so.
Okay.
But usually
I
usually
think
it's,
registration starts at 7 AM on the 30th.
yeah, yeah, so a day of travel.
So if we do that, how do you guys just reimburse us then?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
So I think I am gonna go if the weather's not bad, so.
So yeah, if you guys wanna go, you submit all those, and once you do all that, you just let Jay know and we get you guys reimbursed.
With your receipts.
How do you do mileage or?
I believe it would be mileage and then your hotel receipts.
And then
Yeah, and then the conference fee.
Okay.
Yep. Other upcoming education series, Matt Walter, our extension agent, is putting on this mid-mountain pest series. Unfortunately, he's having one right now, so you guys were not able to attend that one. But he does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other ones left, and I think each one of these is worth 3 credits. So it's a good way for anybody that needs applicator credits. It's right here. It's down at the Lewis and Clark County Fairgrounds. I'm actually doing a presentation on the 21st for Lewis and Clark County District. Just sort of update of what we got going on and the things that we offer, and for what I did last night for Egg Forum. But yes, I can pass this around, but if you're able to go and you need credits, please go down there and do that. Matt puts on really good education series. He has wonderful speakers that all, so does a really good job. And then the last one that I have, and I'll be done, taking up my 10 minutes here today. The Southwest Area Applicator Training is in Deer Lodge, the 28th. I believe that's usually good for 6 credits. February, excuse me. Yes, I made sure that it was plenty away from the annual conference. We're sort of working on, so it allows all of us to get a little bit of a breather too after that, so.
What did you say? Let's see.
February 28th in Deer Lodge. And Karen put that together, which Karen usually does a really good job of putting together. She gets some really good speakers as well. And that's all I have, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for Christian?
Who's Karen?
Karen Latnia, she's the weed coordinator for Powell County.
Jenny.
Chairman and board members, not a lot today. Was in the transition with the weather. We just, we're waiting for snow. We're ready for plowing snow. A lot of the equipment operators, whether they like it or not, I think they do like a little bit of the overtime and helps with their budget planning, but they haven't been out very much this year. That's gonna be soon gonna change here, I think, for us all tomorrow. But what that helps us do is it helps us get caught up with some other activities, like we've been doing a lot of grading and we've been doing a lot of hauling of road mix and material, getting the stockpile in certain locations and just doing that type of work. So that's kind of been the focus for that area. Like Christian said, all of the departments of public works are starting to put their budgets together for fiscal year 25. While that seems early, it really does allow us a lot of time to have a lot of coordination and conversations based upon those priorities and what we look at changing. And then the last thing I was going to give you an update on, just from an awareness standpoint, is that years ago, and whether it was any kind of government, state government, federal government, whatever, you guys heard a little bit of that at from BLM, but we used to go out with applications and we used to have 30, 40, 50 applications where we're reviewing. So any of our vacancies now are starting to be a little bit of a challenge to get some of these positions filled. It's really, really scary for our equipment operators. So in the road department, we have a vacant position up in Lincoln. Our district operator in Lincoln is vacant. It's been vacant for probably about 6 months now. And we are getting very little interest in that position as far as being posted. So that impacts the Helena crew. That impacts the transition on all the work we're trying to get accomplished. And I'm thinking that's gonna be the way it's gonna be moving forward. And then this week, we also got retirement notice from our Wolf Creek district operator. And so April is gonna be his last month as well. And so we're gonna try to get a little proactive on trying to get that position posted and recruited, but that would be 2 outlying areas. And then Lewis up in Augusta country is aged, he's at the age that he could retire. He's gonna give us plenty of notice if he can. He's still healthy, he still likes the work he's doing, but that's gonna impact us. And we've got a couple other equipment operators that are eligible for retirement as well. So just know that that's the case, and then we juggle resources. But if you're hearing folks out in the community based on things happening, I mean, that could be some of the basis. It could be that we just are struggling with getting some of these positions filled or the vacancies moving forward, so. And hopefully, Christian will have good luck with the seasonal hires again, and that won't impact the weed world, but we'll see how that shakes out. That's it, Chairman. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for Jenny? Candace?
Candace has a doctor's appointment at 2 o'clock. This is gonna be brief. Get out there and kill them damn weeds. Okay, nothing else I need to-
Good thing about most of them are dead right
Yeah.
Well, but they're dormant.
now.
Okay, we had a squatter. I've got property down in Yellowstone. My great grandparents' ranch, Yellowstone River here, Highway 89 here, White House here, barn here, hayfields, pasture. But there hasn't any cows on it since 1970 when grandpa died, so it's kind of mostly deer and elk and moose and bear and critters. There was a man who decided he is going to homestead on that 22 acres of my grandparents' place. So he moved in there. He cut a swath about, so why is this room? Went Highway 89 to, and then it turned and went south, so you couldn't see what it was doing down there.
Oh,
He hauled in I went in there with the deputy sheriff. He had a generator, you know what, to generate power. He had a powered bicycle. He had tools. He had canned goods. He had camping goods. He had a burning barrel. He dug a 12-foot deep well.
wow.
A well. And he, of course, you can imagine what. So of course I'm thinking, oh, it's a homeless person because I'm from Helena and we're all worried about homeless people. Anyway, he's not homeless. He has a job. He lives in Livingston and his family has lived there. And he went to high school there. And he posted on Facebook that there was he is homesteading this property. It's 25 acres between Yellowstone and Highway 89. And the lady who owns it is his 75-year-old lady who's abandoned it and moved to Arizona.
Oh,
God.
It's my older sister. Turns out this young man is friends with one of my friends' sons. The family, everybody knows it.
mhm.
So they call him. You don't know what you've gotten into. The old lady that owns that is actually a lawyer in Helena, and she's nasty. And you better get that shit out of there. So, my husband is an insurance dude. He knows how to figure damages, and we came up with a damage claim of $7,532.14, having to do with, rehabilitating the ground so that it doesn't go to weeds. He cut down some old cedar trees, and cedar trees don't grow very fast. These were this big around. My sister and my brother both wanted, my sister had a 357 and my brother had a 30-06. Luckily, I'm the most reasonable of the bunch.
You only had a 22?
I said, anyway, we called the sheriff and he was arrested and he had to put up a $5,000 bond, but the mess is still there, and then we got another call. The bears have been into it, and so it is scattered. So if you think weeds are bad, just people are way worse.
And what was he living in? What kind of?
If he didn't have, no, he lives in town. He has a house.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
oh,
he
he's
had
just-
a job. He had paid for that generator. That was one of the sheriff things, the sheriff, he took a copy of the packing slip on
So
the
he's just
generator.
camping there? He was just camping there?
He's homesteading. He's
Yeah.
gonna own that in 5 years. All he has to do is, there is an adverse possession law in the state. It requires 5 years open and notorious. And you pay the taxes on it.
Oh.
Well, I called my sister. You paid the taxes? Of course I paid the taxes. So. But there are just nutcases running around loose. And then my brother and sister are gonna go out and turkey shoot with these people. Ooh.
Crazy.
It is, it's just crazy, and I'm sorry to leave this happy little group, this is one of my favorite meetings, next to Jen's. Nice to see you all.
Thank you.
Dad,
Happy New Year, Commissioner.
if you hear that my sister and brother are in jail in Park County,
Oh, my.
you'll know.
Have a good day.
All right, thank you. Okay, board reports.
I really haven't a whole lot to report, not a lot of activity. One of the things that I noticed today is those mule deer are really helping out with the musk thistle and infestation in
The
deer.
what?
Musk thistle,
Mule deer, the
the
deer.
mule
Oh, the
deer.
mule deer.
Yeah, cause they get in, there's a bunch of musk thistle up in the head of deer creek bottles and they had just, that's what they're eating right now. The snow's not even that deep, but it's deep enough to cover the grass and any other forage, so they're hitting it and eating the tops off of the whole entire plants. I was gonna take a picture just to show you guys, because I, oh, it is, I mean, and I've seen it in the years past, you know, when it snows deep, that's the only thing that's smoking out. And, you know, they like it, they'll hit that if there's nothing else. So it's interesting, so. Problem is they're just reseeding it, I suspect, I don't know what their stomach ability is as far as breaking down seed product, you know. No, I really don't have any report, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I really don't have anything. I'm just gonna kind of reiterate what Christian had said about Becky and the MWCA. So if you guys are planning to go, they have it until the 15th for everything. So that would be good. Pete's not here. Mike's not here. Do you guys
Mike
have
does
any-
have a report though. Mike had knee replacement surgery, I believe, I think last week. Yeah, and so he's in physical therapy. He has not contacted the 4-H club about their commitment on the float. Do they help build it? Assume they could loan a trailer vehicle. Judith Ann mentioned drummers. Since I'm healing, I will try to make contact with you and catch up on topics up at the meeting. Enjoy the temperature change.
Especially up in his
And yeah,
country.
it's in Arizona.
in the house?
No, not my cop. That's my.
Oh,
Lord,
Lord,
oh,
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
up in Augusta, Jeez, it's crazy up there.
Okay, Rob.
Praying for snow, but not the cold. That's one thing. Feeding cows now. And that's about it, I guess. Weed wise. Interest.
Thank you. So Mike Norrell didn't have anyone?
No,
Or Neil?
Neil does.
Okay.
Neil, he's traveling back to Kansas to get back to teaching. He says, while he was here, while walking the dog yesterday, my wife and I saw what was one of the largest populations of musk thistle I have seen yet. It's located upslope west of the McKelvey. How do you pronounce that? McKelvey, whatever trail, Dump Gulch trailhead, especially beyond Unslope, the junction with the South Dump Gulch Trail. These are all tongue twisters for me. So for my summary to the board, please narrow it down to just 2 points. Teaching an invasive plants class this spring which, I sort of was talking with Neil about helping actually develop like a syllabus for this class that he has coming up. Sort of cool. So, we'll see what we got going on there. Maybe I'll get to do another, speech to a college class again. That was sort of fun. I've located some large new populations of weeds walking up the trail and have relayed the details to Christian. So I just gave you that. So working on that and maybe see what we can come up with a plan. You was thinking about maybe come up with a plan with maybe Jefferson County or whatever. Maybe we can go up there and go up there with Neil this summer and just do a clip and bag day with him or something with the crew, or it's all sort of a windy day or something. So we'll figure something out. That he likes to spend a lot of time up in those hills, and as you guys know, with a lot of his reports, he's clipped tens of thousands of plants up there and bagged them and brought them off the hill. So yeah, that's all Neil has to report.
Okay, cool. If you didn't think about that, if doing that combined pull or clipping, I've talked to Bill Gillespie, who's also on the board for Jefferson County. And they thought about doing at some point in time a combined weed board meeting. So maybe we could do it in conjunction with something like that.
Yeah.
But be kind of interesting to do that. We did some, when I was with Jefferson County, we did that with a couple other counties.
Gotcha.
Turned out well,
Okay.
just for people to meet and see who they are and
Mhm.
what they do.
Sort of a meet and greet
Yeah.
kind of thing. Cool.
Okay. Hey, Judith.
Okay, so, let's see. The letter went out to the Empire Group on the 5th, I think it was. I'm not sure your last edit made it because I got it typed before that happened, so, and it was, so that's gone, so we'll see if I hear from anybody. Or Stacy might hear long before I do.
Just one.
But the, let's see, not bad.
That'd be nice. You got a good response from that. I think.
The way that the person that responded to me and said, no, this is just an informal, we're here to help you folks. You know, we're here, we're a resource for you and your property. Before it goes further to the county, and then we gotta come up with the 5-year mitigation plan and all that. So this is just a soft. We realize that it's an issue. You guys should realize it, and we need to move forward with this somehow.
This is what the letter looked like on our stationery, so it looked really nice, and I was actually very proud of it, and so, and we were kind and gentle, but and Dave cleaned it up a lot for me because I was, well, you know, I'm a lot less formal because I've not done this all my life. He has, so it was good that he cleaned it up a little bit for us. But I could email everybody this if everybody wants to see it. So anyway, that got up, and cost of this letter, I figured it out, it was about $50 to mail it and yada, yada, yada. Wait a minute, no. What it was. Anyway, so that's gone. We'll see what happens with that. The next thing was, and this is the thing that I was talking about that I found is that, and is this up to date, correct?
I don't know if that one's up to date, but we do put something exactly the same in ours. It's a part of our print off in our first letter of non-compliance.
Of non-compliance, and then this goes with it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I don't know where I got this, but I found it in my stuff, so that's that. So that's that. Oh, I know, $54.48 is what I figured that it costs to send that letter out to everybody. So, and that stationery, I bought that stationery. I bought 100 sheets of that stationery, so that went out on, I didn't use county stationery for that. So now, I don't know if 279 can pick up any of those charges, or if whatever it is, I don't know. You're gonna find out.
Yeah, no, I know you raised that question. The concern I guess I had, and Christian and I talked about a little bit, is that in the future, if that was directly from you from that area, and it wasn't necessarily a weed district letter, then this 297 fund shouldn't actually pay for reimbursement of that. If you want it to be part of a weed district letter and get signed off on the board, then that cost of that expense and then that time to get it sent out and postage could get reimbursed out of that fund.
Mhm.
But it would also have to be from the district as a whole and
I
not just
see.
signed by
Okay.
you necessarily.
Okay,
And then
So
approved by
that's
this group and voted from this group that that letter is gonna be one that you're gonna send out. So it was a little bit just reverse, like it was kind of after the fact when you guys wanted to do the letter, which I think is great. But in the future, if it's something you guys want to continue to do or do target district areas, you also have to think about, not just Canyon Creek, but maybe in the future you would do landowners in this area and landowners in that area and have kind of a more of a strategic plan of how you're gonna
Well,
tackle that
so-
moving forward.
and that's kind of in the bigger plan when I said in my notes from December that we need somebody to pick up the ball in Lincoln. We need somebody to
Right.
pick up the ball in
Right.
Augusta and go from there.
But if you
So,
give that letter as an example, that might get them to spark the same interest and they might be
So-
willing to do that for their areas as well, then.
well, and
I
that,
think that's an excellent
Yeah,
idea. I mean,
yeah.
that way you're getting it out in front of people and saying, hey, we know that countywide we've got an issue and here's just a reminder and reach out to us, reach out to Christian, and let's try to move forward. No,
Yeah, like
excellent idea.
community letters, it's not,
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, we can pull mailings from areas. And send that out. I, like Greta used to do a mailing in Helena city limits. And she'd send it out in the water, like the water, your water, wastewater.
Right.
Bill that you get from the city, she would every springtime. She'd just have the little piece where, you cut, it's like 3 pieces on a sheet of paper and you cut it and she'd put that in each one. Since we're doing a mass mailing in the county, we would help pay for some of the paper and stuff, but it would get sent out anyway. So, but that's what we're sort of thinking about doing. We could certainly look at that, and that's what I mean, like budget, like what we
Yeah,
want to
think
do.
about what you're gonna do that, if you wanna do that for
Well, then that way we can
25.
come up with,
It's pretty spendy if you wanna target, just
It's- well,
$50
it
for
is.
how many landowners
Yeah,
you said.
30, so
Jade
it's not.
Does a
I
lot of
mean,
mailings for the RID programs and it's pretty
Right,
costly for
right,
postage.
and
we're getting really good at mailing postcards.
I was just gonna say
I'm
that.
getting
that's
good at
an
postcards.
excellent-
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to think about in the future, but it'd be nice if we can figure out where we want to go and what we wanted to budget for that and what areas and sort of figure that out, because it doesn't take that long to get a couple $1,000s out the door
Mhm.
no.
and mailing, so
And postcards are cheaper to send.
postcards are cheaper, that's why
Um,
we've
What
gone
are
that way in the
postcards?
special districts or the
Well,
RID.
before you
program.
leave, Jade can show you a couple Yeah, of examples of the
definitely.
postcards.
Yeah,
Okay,
so yeah.
um. So,
Can I say
and-
something first?
yeah, sure.
Don't we have, I know we've talked about this before, but a brochure or a one pager that is kind of standardized?
We created that letter.
Did we ever act on it?
We approved it and decided that it was a letter, that we were gonna use from the board. But we've never done anything with it. I think,
Can you
Dave
bring
had-
that?
yeah, I was gonna say, I think, Dave Lewis had taken copies and he was giving them out to neighbors, but yeah, absolutely, I will hand that over to you. And then,
So I thought Judith Ann's
Yeah.
letter was really good. I
Mhm.
just toned it down a little
Mhm.
bit to make it more friendly,
Mhm.
user-friendly type thing, because there was some language in there about, you will get turned over to the county type
Right.
thing. But we don't need to go that far. This is just informational. And the way it ended up, I thought it looked really good. So,
Yeah, and if we added that one last little sentence, which I can't remember what it
yeah.
said,
Karen,
but Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you did, you cleaned it up good,
So
so.
we could, if we had a template already built
Mhm.
that we approved on, then we could just, when things come up like this, then we can go ahead and get it done.
And then you could reach out and let us know that you'd like to mail it to these people, which
Right.
it's already an approved letter, and we'll just send it out on behalf, because the chairperson can just, there you go.
And in a postcard format like that.
Yeah, you might have to take this letter and the other letter and make it
That's
just
what I was
condense it.
thinking.
What were the
Oh,
key
it's
points you wanna
Yeah.
cover?
Excellent idea. And then, like I said, for each, respective area, these are the folks or the area that, we want to target. I think that's a cool plan.
So if you can give me that letter,
Absolutely.
and
Yep.
just email me the postcard.
Yes, absolutely.
And then,
And then you basically have this.
yeah,
So,
I'll just keep it on.
Yeah, it's not hard to use the postcard format.
and then what is the postcard? Oh, you're gonna send the postcard or show us the postcard, what it looks like?
Yeah, I can just show you
Yeah.
what the blank postcards look like, and then what I do is I just, I print them and
Mhm.
then cut them and mail them out, and
And I understand that the postage is supposed to be going up again this year sometime, so be better if we could do it on postcard.
Yeah.
Really, but
And I haven't bought supplies for this year's state of the district, but last year, the larger postcards, I think they were 5x7, those were 23 cents a piece, and then the smaller 4x6 ones were 17 cents a
Yeah.
piece. And so that's just the postcard, and then you'd have postage, but
What is the postage for,
I can't even remember off the top of my head,
cause I think the stamps are now 66
it's
cents.
I was gonna say half, at least half.
Yeah,
I think it's half.
I was gonna say.
I have no idea what a postcard is.
We'll have to look at, we might
The
be able to look
bigger-
at some of the old ones. that
Yeah,
are
the
still
bigger
back.
postcards are a little bit more expensive, but they're still,
you have to go
I
back
bet
to
you're
the
around 50
association.
cents a piece, 50 cents a postcard, which I know that still sounds.
standard size is 51 cent and oversized are 66 cents.
Oh, there you go.
So the postage is not that different.
Yeah, but yeah. Must not be too much. But they see it quicker. They can't just
Right.
throw it, they can't just throw it away without
Right.
opening it. Yeah, they actually have to look at it and be like, oh, what's this? Versus an envelope, oh, Lucy Park County Weed District,
Yeah,
tossing it into the trash.
Yeah, that,
right.
I know that happens.
You never throw your mail away, do you?
Okay.
Depends who it's from.
So anyways, as Jenny was saying, Prickly, the county was up yesterday and unblocked the culvert because we had a pond. And so that got done. And then this morning when I came down the road, the guys were out cutting and picking up stuff along Prickly Pear so that it doesn't hit the snowplow
Yeah,
mirrors, which are $500 a piece, yada, yada. And they go through about 5 of those a year just for stuff. And I said, well, you guys are doing, it's on my list. I said, to get this cleaned up a little bit better. So Stacy, we gotta get a project on. Right there. Bog grading, here we go. But, anyway, get it cleaned up so that it's not as, because it does get out there and then the next thing you know, stuff's flying. Let's see, what else? I think that's that. Talked about the stickers. So, then I had a couple of things. This has to do with the Rocky Mountain Front and an award that Roy Jacobs got. I'm not familiar with all of this, but it says Rocky Mountain Front Hero Wins Founders Award for lifetime to the land and wildlife and people of the Rocky Mountain Front. So anyway, that's a little deal. Okay, and then let's see what else. Okay, so the stitch and print, this was $52 to do the logo, just the deal, so
Okay.
that was that. That's bylaws. This was from Kevin about the bridges. And I'm gonna email this to everybody, but our bridges on Prickly Pear and Lost Horse are gonna get redone in July.
Mhm.
And so he gave us a little update, and I'm gonna email this to everybody that's up there, so that's kind of that. And then last but not least. I don't know if any of you know Tammy Pate, does the name Tammy Pate, Tex Pate mean anything to everybody? Okay, Tex Pate's daughter-in-law, Tammy married Kurt
Kurt.
Pate. Kurt Pate and Tammy lived off of Lincoln Road, below the tracks. Tammy went on to do a lot of stuff, and she's, the founder of Art of the Cowgirl. Anyway, Tammy died on December 21st. After a courageous battle with breast cancer. And so the Rose Parade honored Tammy
Nice.
this year with the RFD float and the Cowboy Channel float. And they did that float in honor of Tammy this year.
Nice. That's nice.
So, this is her little deal.
Nice.
But she did a book on cowgirls. She was a really cool gal. But she had metastatic breast cancer. And
Very nice.
so, anyway, I just wanted to note that.
Thank you.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm done.
moving on, we'll go into discussions, the rodeos, parades.
Oh, I know what. The end of March, the symposium,
That's right.
the garden, what is that called?
Oh, and I do have that under discussion.
Yeah, it's been
Oh, you,
after
oh,
Gardner,
okay,
or the garden club event.
right. So I guess the garden club symposium, I'm not sure exactly what it all is. I haven't gotten all the details, but anyway, I got a telephone call the other day that wanted to know if I would entertain speaking at it on behalf of the weed board, and also be not a sponsor of a table, but a host of a table for the garden club. So I let Jade know. So when we get down to the notepads and the stickers, that was one of the things I was thinking about that we would have to do. There's 200 guests at this symposium.
And Rhonda did call me. She's the president of that. She actually called me yesterday.
Oh,
Because she just wanted to make sure you had touched base with me on it.
mhm.
And so it's no cost. You get an 8-foot table. It's March 30th from 9 to 3. Just, bring whatever information you'd like. And then she said, if that's something we want to do, just to let her know how many people are going to attend gonna man our booth. And then I guess they provide a lunch as well, and we're invited to that luncheon as well.
Oh, okay,
So-
so that's good. See, I didn't have any of that information. So that would be March, so we have one meeting before we decide what we do about that.
Put that on the March meeting notice. Minutes or agenda. Can you send that out to everybody too?
Absolutely.
I can forward this.
Yeah, just forward it to us. That's kind of.
I got Matt's email, I'll forward it.
Okay.
Jay, do they need to know prior to, I mean, that's not very much notice
that's
between
what I
March and
was-
then the end of March, whether or not they need to reserve a spot for you guys.
That's what I was just gonna say is when I talked to that Rhonda, Jean Kraus is the vice president and I have her phone number, but they would like to know,
Prior.
yeah, probably within the next week. They provide the table and everything. And then, so I mean, they provide everything. We just have to come and set up
Your stuff.
And it's
whatever.
during the week and you said
Yeah.
9 to 3. it's just-
Exactly. I think it would be,
Manageable.
No, it's on a Saturday, isn't it?
is it March 30th?
Yeah, it's
I
Saturday.
thought I just looked at, I thought I just looked.
It is a Saturday.
It is a
Yeah,
Saturday.
yeah.
Oh, it's a Saturday. When's the home show?
It's
this year?
Easter, they're doing it on
weekend before.
Easter weekend?
It's just that Saturday though, just the 30th. And then the home
Or Easter.
show is, the home show's that prior weekend.
Right,
The
it's
23rd,
the,
24th.
Oh, so it would be 2 weekends.
Yeah.
so it's be 2 weekends in a row.
Hmm.
I'll double check my schedule, but I think I could be available.
Mr. Chair, if there's no cost to it, I don't think there's really anything that needs to be voted on.
No,
So like
no.
we can just discuss this in an email, and if people wanna participate in that, or if 2 weekends are in a row, I mean. It is right before Easter Sunday, so, I mean, cause the 31st is Easter. At least on that, that's what it's saying. So, That is sort of strange, but
Yeah, usually it's in April, but.
yeah, so just a thought, but I don't think it needs to be decided in this waking moment. Maybe we can just discuss and figure out and get a thumbs up or thumbs down if there's enough people to be there.
Would you send out that sign up sheet again, like you did
Absolutely.
last time for the home show?
Absolutely.
So we can get an idea of who wants to be there.
Or maybe do both, maybe do the
Yeah.
sign up sheet for the home show and the sign up
Absolutely.
sheet for that one, and
Perfect.
see if you get enough volunteers for
Yeah.
each of the, maybe not everybody has to do the home show, but maybe people do that one and. Or some, June might wanna do both.
Okay, so the rodeos. Was there any more discussion on that, or where are we at with that, or the parades?
Well, I think Mike Cobb's report said he had checked with the 4-H club to see if there's any interest.
Right,
That might be a March.
Just table that.
Well,
yeah, let's take it until next meeting. Budget requests from anybody?
I don't think we had any for 297. Is there, oh, excuse me. I was gonna say, if there's anything that you guys maybe think in the general fund too, before you get it in April. We're sort of at the end of our review with Audra, but there's a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
Weren't we supposed to refund Judith Ann for the gift card for Dave? Wasn't that something we discussed last time?
Yes,
Oh, yes.
yes,
Wasn't,
Yes,
yes.
personally, yeah. just-
Yeah.
for personally,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
Mike Cobb and you
Yeah, yep. I gave you
are
money
the
last
two that
meeting.
have,
I got some money out.
Okay.
Car.
I have to give by that when I have the cash in my wallet. I hear somebody, I'm like, here you go, because I got money in my wallet, otherwise I don't have any money in my
Yeah,
wallet.
Venmo on here.
I did, I know exactly.
I'm
Good
that
idea.
person. I'm the Venmo guy.
Okay, so budget request, are you guys thinking of any equipment changes this year, or?
There is a pickup, another pickup that's gonna get replaced, and then there's probably gonna be a little bit of, just so you guys know, going through our CIP list, I work on that with Jenny, and I work on that with Audra as well. We do have a 2007 that's getting a lot of hours on it, so I'm looking at getting rid of that one, and then we'll have 3 or 4 pretty relatively new trucks, so I think we'll be sitting good for a while before we replace anything further. We're really trying to work on building up our CIP a little bit. It took a little bit of a hit when I bought the truck and the hydro seeder. I bought a truck and a hydro seeder, sort of took an axe to a little bit, so now I'm trying to do it, and we're only replacing equipment if it needs it. Those 2 trucks those were way before me. And they're a little bit beat up, so I wanna get them down the road, so we
Is
get
that-
the most bang for our buck back and.
Is that 25 or 24? Budget.
25, that's for the 25.
Okay.
I bought the buggy this year, that was on my CIP.
How about the rental sprayers and that kind of stuff?
I think we're doing pretty good there. I have plenty of budget to fix those and to roll those. To do whatever I need to do on those. So I think we're doing really good. We're doing really good there. I mean, they're a little bit beat up, but they'll get a little bit of loving this springtime. Okay, that one's up.
Okay. Just a reminder, we've talked about this, but the MWCA conference coming up in Billings. And any other discussion items from the board?
I guess the only thing that I will say is about the parades and the float, the Lincoln, the Canyon Creek 4-H Club is really interested in doing something with that. So, I don't know, we're gonna have a meeting, they're gonna have it at Corey D's house, in February, their 4-H club meeting. And because of all the wood cutting and stuff we did for her, so we'll just see what their plans are and, you know, we'll go from there, so.
Okay.
You know, but I've got a truck and trailer, if we need one that we can use. So
Okay.
we'll just see how all that goes.
All right. The other thing, discussion items? Okay, so no February meeting. Maybe we do because of the association meeting. So March 6th would be the next meeting then, at 1 o'clock. Here, I guess.
That works for you guys?
Okay, yeah. Guidebook distribution. What is the guidebook?
That's just a new one of these.
We need to
Oh.
redo the whole thing all over again.
I mean,
You can
technically
change the
not,
thing,
yeah.
but I mean, it would be. My only thing is like redo the update, like the weed board
Yeah.
list or weed board member list.
Yeah.
But we can.
But I mean,
can
I
just
don't
put
have
that
to,
on.
yeah, I don't have to put all the other pages. What I could do is just, I could just comb bind, which is just a plastic binding. But I could just do a, just with like the updated list and then, put, you know, a copy of our bylaws.
The correction.
Would, yeah, because I think that copy of bylaws was before we corrected them last year. And then I can also put some note pages in there, that way if you want to write on them throughout the year, but then you can keep that one that has all the other information, but I can just do a smaller version here in-house that'll be
Okay.
less expensive, but that way you have something for the year just to take notes.
And
and
until we
that
do
kind
something major to this, then I think that would be a better option.
of stuff. Absolutely.
And then if we do happen to do some major stuff to it, then I just redo them.
Absolutely.
And Chairman, you, say you got those to the new members like Mike Portal and.
I don't believe Mike has one. Stacy, did you get one?
Oh, one.
One of these guidebooks? You
So,
did not. I
so
have
you
one
might
for
wanna
you.
make
Yeah,
3 or 4,
absolutely.
just for anybody that wants a completely
Get
new
this
updated
too?
packet or
Sounds
some of the
great.
new members.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll also might have a new board member by then too, for
Stacy also needs a.
Name tag.
name tag.
Perfect.
And then Mike's
Mike
as
volunteered.
well, yeah. I think everybody else is good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so March 6th. Our next board meeting, I guess if you guys, for the home show, is there any other things we need to be doing with that, or?
No, I think so.
I guess if you guys find something, let us know and we'll. But I
We'll
think once you
use-
get that list out, that would help too, so.
We'll use the same banner.
We could use the same banner for this year since we're doing the bigger one. And then we have the trailer. The trailer is a gigantic.
Right.
You have,
That's what it is.
you have a
Billboard.
table cloth for
Yes.
tables.
I do still have,
Mhm.
the one that Judith Ann had
Mhm.
brought last year.
Wasn't there 3 or 4 of those?
Yeah, I think I had brought in a couple, black ones, and I think I left them here. I'll double check.
I
So,
think there was 3 or 4 of the
Okay.
gold ones.
oh yeah,
That I
and all
have.
those gold ones.
Yeah.
I know, I think we're good on. we're good on stuff to bring. I got,
Yeah.
at least I'll have a trailer to put it in when I bring it
Yes.
there this time.
Yeah.
So anyways, sorry.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, well, then,
Move to adjourn.
move to adjourn.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, we are adjourned.
Thank
Oh,
you, everybody.
one thing, thank you for the cookies.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Yeah, the goodie bag.
exactly.